So today we're on a scouting run. Traveling light, heading to a lake up in the hills. Hopefully there's no snow up there, but we'll see when we get there. Found a lake up there, Google Earth. No name on the lake, oddly enough. So I'm gonna head up there and see if I can locate it. Traveling light, got a drone, just a couple of cameras, and I do have the Oru with me in the event that I can get in the water. But mainly today's scope is to check the place out, see if it warrants a good day or just further investigation, or it's total dud. So let's get on up the mountain and see what we can find. It's Amber Dog Productions. See you out there. So I don't know if you can see it in the little camera up there, but way back in the back, that's the mountain, and there's a lot of snow on it. So we're going up there. It does look like this particular lake, there's like 3 of them in the localized area, not too far apart, and they do appear to be glacial melt or glacier dig outs. So there's the mountain up there, top left, and that's kind of, we're going that direction. See you in a bit. Well, according to my GPS, it says continue for 10 miles. Going up pretty steep grade, and I gotta admit, it's beautiful. So here we go. Well, that kind of turned into a bust. Drove up there quite a ways, and roads are closed. It seems that the eco-terrorists in Oregon here have been causing so much mayhem that the forestry roads are all gated shut and locked down, and you're not allowed out on our national forest roads anymore. You gotta love these nutbags driving around Priuses, throwing nails down on forest roads and stuff. It's kind of irritating. So I tried several different forestry roads. They're all locked down. So I guess basically our state's trails now are private property of the state, and we're not allowed up on them. So I'm gonna take a look around. There is another possible avenue out to that lake. It's a long way around. I don't even know if it's possible, and yeah, I'm just gonna take a look, see. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I get all the way out there in BFE and find another communist Oregon gate shut. So I guess we'll see what happens then. See you in a bit. Okay, so went down the mountain and back all around, try to find the only other avenue available, and once again, we got no trespassing, City of Portland, Water Bureau, Bowman's Gate, and it's locked down. So what it appears is that you see across the street over here, right over there, is another forestry road they've got locked down as well. I don't know what's going on, but it appears the state of Oregon doesn't want the residents to be able to enjoy the lands that we pay taxes on. It's getting rather irritating, because this is not the first time I've ran into this. It seems like anywhere you want to go in this increasingly, oh, there's so many things I'd like to say right now, state of Oregon, they just continually tax you more and take more things away from you. And this is just absolutely ridiculous, to pay all the amazing levels of ever-increasing taxes, to pay for ridiculous programs, and to maintain these roads that we're not even allowed on, to enjoy this wonderful state that we live in. Used to be wonderful. I can tell you that Oregon is one of the most beautiful states in the country. I've been around quite a bit. It's an amazingly beautiful state. can't take that away. When you get out here and you see this kind of amazing stuff out here, you know, minus this, it's a wonderful place that people like myself and many others would really like to be able to enjoy. But it seems like more and more and more of these places are being taken from us, while our taxes to pay for them keep going up and up and up. And more taxes to pay for free drugs and free needles and free this, free that. It's almost like, I don't know, what a dystopian nightmare we're starting to live in here in Oregon. Like I said, this particular route here, I'm aware that this is somewhat, it's a long way from here to where I'm trying to get to. And this particular area is near a Bull Run Reservoir. So I can understand elevated levels of security, given we've had weird drug addicts and stuff go out there into the Bull Run, and, you know, they've defecated and stuff in the reservoir, which is, you know, used for drinking supply. So I can understand why they would have elevated levels of security. But every way around here you try to get up on any of these forestry roads that are supposed to be open, they're not. And my earlier comment about the eco-terrorists and the Priuses, that wasn't a joke. That was not a joke. These people run around up here and they sabotage stuff, they burn stuff, they throw nails all over the roads. I don't know what their trip is. If it's anti-hunters, if there are a bunch of vegan people running around, okay, that's your cup of tea, great, get on with your bad self. But doing stuff like that to people's private property is really messed up, and it obviously takes it away from everyone. So I don't normally get on my channel to sit there and harp about stuff like this, but it's rather frustrating. This is the fourth one I've attempted to get to now, and once again, it's just shut down. So I don't know. I'm gonna look at my phone and maybe I'll come up with something else. We'll see. So I'm looking on my phone here. Yeah, it's blurry because I'm zoomed in quite a bit. And I'm looking at different roads around this wooded area I'm at, and, you know, excuse me here, but that looks like a freaking plane sitting in the woods. What the? All right. Well, what do we do with that? We go. See you in a bit. Okay, update on that one. There's definitely a plane there. However, guess what? All the roads to it are locked. Feels like COVID-19 lockdown all over again. So I can tell you there's a plane there. Don't know why it's there. It's obviously on Google Images, but I don't know. This is so frustrating. So I'm kind of debating whether or not to make this video or not. I don't typically like my videos to be kind of downer videos, you know, but my channel is mainly, at least my regular videos are mainly focused on nature, getting out and being able to see, do things, and maybe giving you the chance to experience different things, different places. You can't win them all. You know, today I set out to try to get to what looks like a series of lakes that were glacier cutouts. They look pretty cool. Is it impossible to get to them? No, it's not. You could get to them with a incredibly difficult and long mountain bike ride. You just circumnavigate the gates, which might be illegal. I don't know. But it would also be a unbelievable, like, for an average person, you know. Now if this is if you're like a hardcore mountain biker and that's what you do for all your fun, then I'm sure you could probably pull it off, and yeah, there you go. But in order to be able to carry the Oru and camera gear and stuff like that, even with my e-bike, would probably be a real challenge. I can't say with certainty because obviously I haven't been on the thing. It's frustrating because the roads, you know, while they are dirt roads and stuff like that, lead right to pretty close to where I need to go. But they seem to be restricted to state access only. So I think I might call the ranger station and say, hey, what is going on here? Why are we unable to access any of our national forest roads? I have passes, I've got all that kind of stuff that makes it legal for me to be on these, but it's kind of hard to do if they're all locked. So, you know, once again, you know, this year I go out and I pay for an invasive species permit, which we didn't have to used to do unless it was over 10 feet. And then they reduced it down to 10 feet. And then they raised the price from $7 to $12, then to $14. Now it's like $22, or I just bought one the other day, I think it was like $30-something for an invasive species permit. Then you need a parks pass. Okay, so you pay for a parks pass. I don't even remember what that was. Some $34, $40 you pay for a parks pass. Oh, but that won't work for trails, or a snow park permit, or a federal parks permit. So I'm paying all these fees for all these permits, and then you run into days like today. I'm not gonna lie, it's rather frustrating. Get all your stuff charged up and get ready to go, and you make your plans and all that, and you go out there to go to these places and film and do your thing, and even with all the permits in the world, the state still locks you down. Instead, they choose to herd you into either cities or localized places that are so overcrowded it's unbelievable, or you go into some of these ridiculous places I've been into and it's just nothing but freaking drugs everywhere and drinking everywhere, and you know, there's so many people packed in there. It's not an enjoyable experience. Yeah, you can go there, and if you can find somewhere to park, you can get wet if that's your cup of tea, but you know, and some of these are just not a pleasant experience like they used to be here in the state of Oregon. The lawlessness in this state has just gotten completely out of control. The respect for nature is out of control. People say that they do respect nature and they're doing it for nature, like PETA is going up there and putting nails all over the roads and causing these gates to be closed. You know, as they say, things with good intentions get out of control. Gun-free zones comes to mind. You know, great intentions, probably the best of intentions, but look at all the data. Look at all the shootings, gun-free zones. But, you know, I don't want to make this all political. It's just extremely frustrating that we pay all these taxes and buy all these permits to go to these places that we are supposed to be able to get to, and we can't. It really makes you wonder why. What's going on out there? I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but frankly, it's starting to piss me off a little bit. There's still a lot of beautiful places that I can go for now, and that's good. My most cherished spot on the planet is still available for now. I can at least be thankful that I got to experience it. You know, it's not the end of the world. One thing I can say, there's a lot of beautiful things out there to see. And as an American who lives in this great country, and as an Oregonian who lives in this once beautiful state, I would like to be able to experience them all. They're available to all of us. And I'd like people like you to be able to experience them too. It's just getting a little frustrating that they find it necessary to keep these lands from the people. And who's getting to enjoying them? If you don't work for the forestry department, you're not getting to see half of these because they've just increasingly locked them down, like I mentioned. So what does that leave? You get a job with the forestry department? Well, if you have a job with the forestry department, you're not exactly cruising around and enjoying yourself. So, I don't know. I guess I'll take some of this video and I'll throw it on to the editor and may or may not make a video. In the meantime, I came back down off the mountain. I'm at a cute little park. It's a nice park. It's in Sandy, Oregon. It's a nice park. This particular one's called Mining Park. It's a nice place. It's kept up pretty well because it's in Sandy. Sandy is known to be a toe-the-line town. I've spent a lot of years here. Don't live here now, but it's a good town. But yeah, I'll throw this in the editor and see if maybe I come up with something. Something needs to be said, because I've definitely noticed an uphill trend in this happening, and it's definitely getting frustrating. So I think I'm going to dig into it a little bit. I don't know if I'll come up with anything, but I'll take a look and see. I'll at least call the ranger station and go, hey, why are all these forest roads closed with no access anymore? And we'll see.